So we're back here in Lothric, and before we head up there, we can have a little look at where we are and some of the architecture in this game. We're clearly in a European medieval town. You can see that the castle isn't just a castle, it's also the whole town. There are roadways and pathways, large buildings down there that we will head down to, creatures down there that we've got to go and fight. So let's have a little look now up the top, and we'll save that creature that's living up the top there. Come around here, you can hear us still padding. We're not wearing much in the way of useful attire. Keep moving with the dogs, and they will circle around and come after you. Now, and now you see the true power of the deep axe. Now he's given me his halberd, and we can have a look at the halberd, a traditional weapon. We're not going to use it, but let's look. Halberd, traditional pikeman's weapon, a soldier in a castle. The R1, nice great big stab. R2, you're cutting with that axe blade on the end of it. Two-handed R1, bigger stab. Two-handed R2, spin to win. Very useful item, but we're not going to use it. Instead, we got our axe, because we're the axe man. Okay, up we go, and now when we get up here, we're going to wind up these guys. So first of all, take him out. The guy behind him is going to turn into a horrible creature. My advice: get out of there. Where are we going? Okay, let it go a little bit crazy. We are going to take it out from here. It'll wobble towards us. There you go. It's just a sort of blamongy kind of slug monster thing. If you hit it, it'll come up to this area here, where basically you should be able to just hit it with arrows. We're going to be doing a little bit of this. The reason it's worth doing is that he's hiding. When you kill him, you get some cool stuff. But while we're killing him, we can have a look at what this is. This is what happened to the first boss that we met, and you can see it's a sort of sluggy, blamongy explosion of black goo. Now, that black goo in this game is called the Abyss, which is, of course, has philosophical overtones, which are meant to be part of the game. So the idea genuinely is that you are staring into the abyss, and it isn't empty. There's stuff down there. We picked up a dark gem. That's cool. A dark gem is something you can use to imbue your weapon with dark magic much later on in the game. I didn't know this guy dropped a dark gem, so if you want to farm dark gems, he's a good place to come and farm them. Abyss Watchers dump dark gems. Hey, okay. So the whole idea of the Abyss being black and kind of squelchy is an interesting one, because you would normally think of it as, well, most philosophical traditions have it as just emptiness and nothingness. The game has taken that and just put something down there. But the thing that's down there, of course, is a sort of Hieronymus Bosch nightmare of epic proportions. It's just this shapeless, faceless stuff that oozes and moves. Over there, we can see our dragon. We're going to get him to bugger off. Yeah, we have enough. And we're going to come down here. We've picked up, I'm pretty sure we picked up binoculars, did we? Maybe we didn't. Let's have a look. No, we didn't pick up the binoculars. Let's go pick up the binoculars. Alright, so take out these guys. We can always use backstab with the axe, and they're pretty effective. We're one-handing these guys now, which is nice. And what we will do, my plan anyway, is get him, preferably before he wakes up the dead. Oh well, too slow. Come on, come on. Alright. And the last one, the guys that glow a bit are usually a little harder. And also later on, the glowingness is going to be a symbol of difficulty. So we'll get enemies with blood red eyes that look like they've got that kind of, you know, 1960s sci-fi thing going on. And get him before he does anything? No. And if you do that, these guys will still be asleep. And if they stay asleep, so is he. They can be problematic if you don't get them earlier. Now, up there, let's make sure there's no one literally behind me. Good. Okay, we're going to get him. You only have to hit him once, and he'll come a-running. When he does, ooh-hee! Hit him with an axe. Alright, let's hit this guy with an axe. Oh, I thought one smack from my mighty axe would be enough, but it wasn't. And we got the binoculars to let us see stuff. Hey, we can put those on there. Now, unfortunately, they're an item in this game. So all you can do is use them to look. I actually did think it was a particularly good function in Dark Souls 2 that you could use them to. Yeah, we want to get. We're gonna get rid of that dragon. Let's have a look at him. We're not going to be able to kill him, but we are going to be able to get rid of him and make him be-ugger off. And the way we do that is with a humble bow and arrow. The one thing you would have noticed so far in this game is the beautiful decorations around the place, where we have dead dragons. Eh? He's just sort of hanging. And we have decorations of sort of what were people, you know, squished up. Alright, sneak around the side here and drop down. Be careful not to falling off the walling. Down here. Now here we would have picked up our dark gems. Come around here. We've got Duda, who's asleep. Sneaky, sneaky. Lovely. When we drop down there, we're going to have a bit of action and adventure. So, take care. Now, we don't want to have our binoculars there. Let's get rid of them because they're just going to get in the way. Alright. We can run through here. Remembering that this guy's going to spit lots and lots and lots and lots of fire. And we're hoping he'll kill all of the bad guys. And indeed, he did. Onya. Now we want to go up here and around. Like around the top. Uh-oh. Around. There we go. Now if you stand here, you can see that the fire it gets you there, but it doesn't get you here. So we're going to stand here, and we're going to hit him with some arrows. Now, while we're hitting with some arrows, we can engage in a bit of coffee drinking and talk about where we're at. It usually takes about 50 wooden arrows. You want to make sure you're aiming for the knuckle. I wasn't, now I am. But while you're doing this, it's perfectly safe. No one's invading you, no one's attacking you. Oh well, no one's invading me because I'm not embered, but there are no enemies around here that can get. Blue Mountains. Blue Mountains blend. So, we can really only see the hand of our dragon. Later on, you'll have the opportunity to fight the whole things. But this is part of the fantasy world, of course, that there are dragons. And we'll spend a little bit of time later looking at types of dragons. This seems to be a very sort of European-y, modern fantasy dragon. So something big and Celtic. That has the wings, the claws, and breathes fire. So we're very Western, and we're definitely very European in Lothric. It's not as though we're fighting Chinese dragons or Norse dragons. They have the webbing and the big claws, and for reasons that just are part of the game mechanics, he doesn't realise that something is just repeatedly attacking his hand. He could say, lift it. He very obligingly just sits there and lets you do this. And this happens a couple of times in the game. I don't think it's a particularly good mechanic. I think, more could have been done. But there you go. You get a large titanite shard, and he flies away. And there he goes. To come back later on. Laters. In the initial versions of the game, you could kill him. But you can't now. He just flies away and gives you a large titanite shard, which is, of course, actually later, although at the moment that seems incredible, later on that they're everywhere and there's nothing particularly special about them. Picked up the claymore, and down here a large soul of a desiccated corpse. The claymore itself is a lovely weapon. It's not one we're going to use because we are going for a different build. But if you look at the claymore, you need 16 strength to use it. It's a lovely weapon. So that's the R1, the sweeping, and then the R2 is the thrust. Lovely, great big thrust from the claymore there. Two-handed R1, same thing. The downward smack, and the two-handed R2, really big stabby. We're going to stick with our axe because we're going to be a sword and board dude, so we want to get into the frame of mind of sword and board, and we're going to keep with our little axey poos to do that. Alright, through here. We've taken out that mimic, so he won't be there anymore. And you can see now that there's just an empty space where the mimic used to be. We will, however, try and kill this knight. Because we want to get past him. So on the side there are some bastards. Hello, you are lurking here. I take you to town. I take you to task. Is he going to come and have a go? Come and have a go. Yep, he's going to have a go. Now, look, most of his armour and pretty much all his stuff he's wearing is really cool. We want it. We're not going to get it. I'm not that lucky. I've only got 10 luck, which is not a lot of luck. You can see that he didn't drop nothing. It's okay. We'll get them later. And here you can pick up the soul of another soul. A few little souls going around. We're going to use that to boost our luck because we want luck to pick up clothes. In here, immediately to your left, thieves. Now have a quick look at him. You can see they're sort of rogues and thieves and assassins. They've got hoodies on, which of course speaks to the evil of hoodies everywhere. Anyone wearing a hoodie, bad. So the hoodie guys are rogues. They use, bandit knives and things of that nature. Picked up a few fire bombs. We're going to go upstairs and grab the bonfire, although we don't need it for Estas. You know what? We're not going to do that. We're going to come downstairs and we're going to grab a shield. That's 100% shield, and then we'll come back up and do a little bit of acti-poos. Are we? Think, Rogan, think. Yeah. Let's do that. If these guys, if you don't get rid of them relatively quickly, they do swarm. So they suddenly move at 1,000,000 miles an hour and cause you all sorts of strife. Thought there was an enemy down there. There's one on this wall. Hit him before he comes down, and he'll fall down. One of them there. The shield. But our mighty axe will take care of him. Take out those two dudes and come back over here and pick up our goodie. And our goodie is another soul. We've got a few souls. There's another Abyss Watcher that's going to pop up there. We want him too. Abyss Watcher that's going to pop up there. We want him too. It's that guy. And hit him with our make arrows from afar. I'm standing at a hick spot. Like a few minutes of but remember, he will set that there. And you can also these ice with ice. That's it. Now, the thing about this is they do have stuff which through walls. You know what I'm talking about? There we go. Take this like would be stolen. See, but in there, if you have a look at it, we've got, you know, kind of red eyes. Kind of red eyes and sort of pokey bit. Can't hit me in your face. Let's know. Let's have a look at it from here. Now we have a deep. We'll get our soul or our base of answer. We're going to explore the ship. Not going to show me to find. Come in and stuff over here. Buttons. Come this side. It's going to be like and then with this is a little that's sort of my coming. That come here. We've actually got a few holes to I don't want to lose. Oh, he followed. I'll least try. But Dad, he's a very important item. So that's that guy there. What drops is there? Don't touch on something that's open up there. Alright, now in here. We used to really and if you can kick the shield out by putting shoulder at the top of that again, there's no kick. And it'll transfer process with so look at the building outside. Okay, so fine, we'll have a section. Let's tear this out. What we can do there to get more eyes and in here over here with the action. And we can hit. Also down there is giant lots of guys to us. Eyes that we never should how river right? And we can cancel this club. So he was trying to face and here silver cut so it's like the first quick is block there. Second is we use it. It means if I using it to get line. In case yes that's spread out. Yeah, 6 minutes and not you can't kill all the sound using I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go back to the bonfire and I'm going to go spend all my souls. is remember, we're walking back now. I was just in asset time. You today, nice to your VP, who's just evil, jump, light weapons. So that we pick up that P soon. That'll just once test it. So if we go, eventually, sorry, that's just completely if you go to at the shrine, you're going to retail essentially. These drop it, less. Although, yeah, really, it's been good. That's happening. So yeah, later. Which is nice. Now, all I want to make sure that we have some head out this really sick moment. Should be a little bit help. Over here, and if I need to tell and lift our quick photos, yeah. Tell, we've done it immediately, and there is such a thing. If I solve, I've caught the one arrow up, get here. Oh, did I? No. Yeah, I would tell. Instead of me go, you know what, we're going to hill. And that can do a distinct one, is we've started on path towards becoming a fifth build. So, I mean, but I think probably with bad faith of God. We've whipped Halloman and Sentisman. It's a sheet, an item is 20. That's useful. And I see so now, it's we like bit by bit. The odd bit. Using the host bucket. Totes heals me up.
Welcome.
Oh, yeah.
Very then
Which.
Let these souls withdrawn from their vessels, manifestations of disparity. Farewell, Ashen One. Welcome. Very then let these souls withdrawn from their vessels, manifestations of disparity, elucidated by fire, buried deep within you, retreating to the darkness beyond. Farewell, Ashen One.
Ashen One, Bish. Have. Ashen One,